Hello everyone and welcome back to a new Lego Harry Potter video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new for June 1st, 2025 Lego Harry Potter set. This one is set 76451 Privet Drive, Aunt Marge's Visit. It's 639 pieces and retails for $90 US, as well as the fact it comes with 5 minifigures and 2 animals if you want to consider that. So here we are, and this thing is really cool. I am very happy with it. This is my very first for Privet Drive set. They have now come out with 3, this being the 3rd, and I think it is by far the best one. Let's get into why, but first let's start with the minifigures because they are really fun this time around. Starting off the Lego minifigures in this set, we have Harry Potter. I feel like we've gotten a ton of iterations of this Prisoner of Azkaban Harry Potter, and to be honest, off the top of my head, I do not know if he has a new torso or not. Lego does tend to update these torsos and tweak them just a little bit, so you're not getting so many identical outfits. They are identical, but they're technically variants, and so I think it's different. I'm pretty sure that the jacket isn't quite this swoopy, but I will have to double check. And then we have the back there. Other than that, it is same old Harry Potter, by far the most boring in this lineup. Next up we have Petunia, and by far she is the worst minifigure in this set just due to inaccuracy. And I really don't understand why they gave her this face. It doesn't suit her whatsoever. Her hair is perfect, outfit is perfect. I really like the brooch and the floral kind of tree or leaf print, I should say. The face is horrible, and I think that the previous Privet Drive had a much better Aunt Petunia face. This one just, she looks so young, and everybody else has wrinkles, and so it just doesn't make sense. I think that the last one was much better, and so there is that. I don't even really, I mean, she's got like a happy face, but again, it doesn't even suit her. It's almost not even worth showing, but she does have back printing, of course, which is now to be expected on every minifigure. Here we have Vernon, and I think he looks wonderful. I love his facial expression. I love when minifigures have open mouths. I just think that it's super cute. I think he's got good hair. The sweater is perfect. You can see he's kind of overweight, and he just looks fantastic. Here is the back, and then he has a happier expression, but definitely the angry open mouth face suits him best. And then here we have Dudley, and his outfit is wonderful. I love his sweater and his little napkin. It's very fitting to the scene that this set portrays. I think the hair is even fine, but again, the face is just not doing it for me. I think it is better than Petunia's though, because Petunia should have wrinkles, and I think that Dudley should look pudgy, but I don't know. It's just not my very favorite facial expression. It just doesn't look like him. He should have like chubby cheeks or something to match. Or even if we're going for movie accurate, he should really probably have black hair rather than dark brown. But that's just me nitpicking. And here we have Aunt Marge and Ripper, her little bulldog, and this is a brand new print for the bulldog. We weren't 100% sure until you compare it, and it is very different from the other bulldog Lego has released. I think it looks fantastic, very much like the movie. And then Aunt Marge, she looks wonderful. She looks angry, she's got wrinkles, it's wonderful. She has no back secondary face print, but that's fine because balloon form, it's hilarious. It's a total sphere, and you just put her together, and this top part is printed, and that R2-D2 dome head is printed, and her cheeks are blown up, and her jacket's ripping, and her feet are tiny, and her arms are like the Hagrid arms, and she just is really perfect. My sister had a rebrickable model of Aunt Marge blown up, but this one really takes the cake. It is so hilarious, which is one of the main reasons I think most people are going to pick up the set, because this is a fantastic minifigure. It is so fun and so wacky. So there's that for all of the minifigures. All right, so here we are, and the house itself has a really small footprint closed up. And this is going to be something that's like really hit or miss with people on whether or not they like it. For me, I love this dollhouse style of Lego set. I'm really pleased that the whole house can fold up into a little square, which is kind of how it is in the movie anyway. It looks like you could get a bunch of these and make the whole neighborhood. That being said, let's go ahead and start with this small side build that shows you where exactly we're located, which is Privet Drive. This is supposed to be sort of at the end of the street, and it is featured in the beginning of a lot of the Harry Potter movies, especially the early ones. We have a little Hedwig here on top, as well as a rather tall light post and the sign that says Privet Drive. I do believe we've gotten this sort of thing in different iterations over the years, so it is nothing super special. What I think is really cool is the house itself. So with it closed up, just taking a look at the front, we have lots of detail. I think that Lego did a really good job making the front of this house look very recognizable. I think we got good colors. The lines on this look really nice. I love this drainage pipe that comes down. We have a number 4 that is a sticker, as well as various flowers and bushes, because it does talk about in the movies Petunia working in the flower beds a lot. So we do see that. On the sides of the house, while it is closed up, they are relatively boring, but I think that they're fine. The choice of adding in the dark tan with the light tan helps give it sort of a brick vibe. So I do think that that looks okay. Even these like little hinges here, for some reason, they work for me. I don't know. On the back, we can see some more detail. We can see the little garden. I would call this a greenhouse, but it's not. There's not plants. It's just like a little extension, as well as it looks like a little birdhouse. And then, of course, because even though this is Aunt Marge's visit, you can play different movies throughout this house, which we'll get into in just a little bit. But we have a ladder here, and then the bars on Harry's window from the Chamber of Secrets. Taking a quick look at the roof, and it is just a dark color, 2 little slants. I think it works really well. This chimney is a fork, which is interesting, or I don't know if that's the cable and this is the chimney. I don't know, but I think that it looks pretty good for being as simple as it is. I will say, this whole time I was building this set, it surprised me how few pieces it took to make this. That's just something that I noticed during the build. You may feel differently. But it basically opens up like a little book, just like this, and you can extend the footprint of the house if you prefer to display it open. I personally think it is adorable closed though, and I really, of course, love that you can see all of the interior details, and this house is the most detailed Privet drive so far, so I really appreciate that. Starting off with the front door, we have a little mat, as well as a sofa and a fireplace with a small TV. It took me a minute to understand that that was one of the TVs that are in the house. We have a few decorations, as well as a big sticker on the back wall that shows the family. And I think it looks nice. Big sticker on the door showing the letters that, again, happen in Philosopher's Stone. As I said, this house, you can recreate lots of different movie scenes. Upstairs, we have Dudley's bedroom, and we don't actually see Dudley's bedroom in the movies themselves, but it is described in the book. Dudley gets the bigger bedroom, Harry gets the second bedroom, which used to be Dudley's other one, but it is smaller. And so he has a little video game, which looks really cool because they do talk about Dudley having video games. He has a computer and a little wrestling poster. Later on, Dudley gets really into wrestling, and it makes him more of a bully. And then he is playing games, and he has a whole bunch of sweets tucked away in the corner, as well as a bed. I think it looks really, really nice. I do like the windows. They're stickered, unfortunately, but I don't think that there's anything that could be avoided because they simply don't make, well, they do. They do make panels, but I guess they wanted to use glass. It looks more accurate with the sticker, but I don't know if it's better visually, but it's technically more accurate. So I guess we have that. And then moving over, they even included a really small bathroom, which I appreciate. I love when Lego sets include little tiny details like that, even though, again, we don't see the bathroom. And then we have Harry's room, and the only detail is his Birdie Box beans, as well as the Gryffindor pennant. He doesn't have a lot of decoration, and it is smaller. One of the things, though, that does bother me is how his room doesn't really line up with the window. That's more in the hallway area, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. We do get 2 pictures on the hallway, which look really nice, a portrait of Dudley and another picture there. And then the largest room, I suppose, if you want to consider that, is the kitchen area. We have a pie and an egg, which I think are an interesting combination to keep on the counter together, and then a little stove. The table can come out completely so that you have a little bit more room. You can open these 2 back doors, of course, is how you play out the Aunt Marge blowing up scene. And then we have Ripper that's standing in there as well, and he is pretty cool. And then, of course, we have the stairs, and they are this turquoise color. And I guess this stair here just has a messed up, like, little stair runner carpet. The stairs, I don't remember them being turquoise. I don't remember the table chairs being turquoise either. And this is a really inaccurate table, but I do like that at least we got one. And then, of course, we have Harry's bedroom from the Philosopher's Stone, which was underneath the stairs. It is incredibly hard to get to. I have not figured out if there's a better way to access it. I don't think there is. You kind of see it when you build it, and then that's it. I mean, even the door into it, you can really only see the very front of the bedroom. I'm not sure how you can get Harry out because there's not like a breakaway wall. I've just noticed that that's kind of a problem. There's not really a breakaway wall, so like you might get him stuck in there. I'm not 100% sure. Sort of odd that that's like that. But that's basically the gist of the house. And then of course we get the pole that our Aunt Marge can hold on to look like she is floating away, which is such a fun addition. Overall, especially because I don't have any other Privet drive sets, this one is by far my favorite. There is a reason that I bought this one and I haven't gotten the other ones, but I will say, unbiasedly, I do think that this one is the most detailed. I do not believe we get anybody other than Harry's bedroom in the other Privet drives. And the rooms are small, but they give a lot of different rooms, and I really like that. And I really especially like that it folds up. I think that is so fun. Whenever a Lego set can do that, I just really, really appreciate it, because it looks like a real life house this way, and it's easy to carry, and you can pack everything inside, and it's just perfect. So anyways, that is my review over this new Privet drive, what is it, Aunt Marge's visit. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.